I would like to talk today about the right way of creating components with EXM Cloud. Let's see what I've got here. This is an EXM Cloud instance running locally on my containers setup. I have a site collection with 4 websites, actually 3 websites and 1 shared. Each of them is running on their rendering host. So for example, this is a Tailwind site we will be dealing with. So it has header and footer from a shared site and nothing else than that. At times I saw people creating renderings, pointing them to their files and doing similar type of exercises for dealing with components. And despite this is a part of the exercise, I want to show you the full in one go. First and the most, if you haven't done that, we need to create a headless module. And in order to do that, we need to go under System, Settings. We have Features here. So let's insert headless module. I don't have any good idea of the name, so I'll probably call it Tailwind Components. Okay. So I see script has scaffolded a lot of valuable things here for me, but we'll look at them in a second. Okay, the next thing is to find the rendering which I would like to be a donor for my newly created component. Let it be. I would like to pick up a promo component as it's widely used in the other examples. So the right thing to make all the scaffolding done for us is to right-click and leverage on scripts to clone rendering. And there are a few key points here I would like to point your attention to. So let's give it a name. I would like to create a rating card. Let it be that name. So the next thing is I need to point it to the module. So I created Tailwind components here. My rating card points to Tailwind component. I'll leave this empty for now. These two are defining the way how you would like to deal with the rendering parameters and data source. So for both, I prefer to create a copy of original data source that it's not linked and it's entirely independent component. Let's go. Right, done. Here's my rendering created for rating card with lots of goodies. The one thing is important here is component name. So let's call it that. I want to emphasize that this is reference between the name of your component file and the name of your component. Okay, so let's open Experience Editor now. This is my homepage, and I go to Experience Editor. I would like to use my new component. I don't see it anywhere in the toolbox. Nothing. The reason to it is that I need to expose the module I just created to the website. So I click the website. Again, I go to Scripts, Add Site Module. And here is it. So I add Tailwind components. Done. If now I refresh the page, I will see it here on the toolbar. And opening Tailwind component, I see rating card. This is component I just created. Once again, dropping this component to the grid will not give me anything. Instead, it will show me the error. Let's create a data source. So now I see this error, and the reason to it is that obviously underlying code is missing out. In order to fix that, let's go to Visual Studio Code. Actually, I save it. Under my source, I see all three running hosts and just has applications for them. Let's go under source components. We were using Proma components, so the easiest would be just to reuse it. Let's give it a name. This is a clone of Proma component, and rating card is actually a clone of Proma component. It works totally independently. Let's go here. The best would be to create a folder with that name. Move component into this folder. It's better for housekeeping because we would want to create later probably styles. Let's create them now. Let's use this style just to check that it works. I do something like round color. Let's say gray, right? And I can also import that from React part. You see the background is gray. I change it to red. Let's see how it looks on the published website. Yeah, now you are all set for creating meaningful component. And thanks for watching.